Hello, my name is Maxine Samone. I'm here to share a touch of Venus with you, okay? Let's get into a reading. It's going to be quick and dirty. It's going to be quick and dirty, about 20 minutes, okay? I don't really have any downloads. If you'd like a personal reading, you can only book through atouchofvenus.com. That's why I have this little disclosure here so that, people don't take my things out of context or scam people or all those things. If you're seeing this on TikTok and you can't stay, this will be posted on YouTube. If you're seeing this on YouTube, welcome to the collective. Thank you for being here. Let's get into some messages for the day. I just got super lightheaded. Maybe needing to get into some grounding, get into your body. Ooh, I just got a notification that said last quarter moon tomorrow. Last quarter moon tomorrow. We are in the last quarter of the year. Okay. So, let's see. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, higher beings of light and unconditional love, divine mother, divine father, Holy Spirit. Hello. What are the best and highest messages for this collective? Please and thank you. Kali. Goddess Kali. Kali Ma, Sacred Revolution. So we got, even though I said it quick and dirty, it's going to get intense. Okay, let me get one more. And then we have Authentic Voice. Angel Bath Cole. Interesting, I've never heard of that angel. Bath Cole. B-A, like bath and K-O-L. Aquamarine, and then we also have Black Obsidian, so you might want to work with those stones. We have 888 and 444 on the table. And then we have already There Is Value. Goddess Matangi and the Crystal Heliotrope. Another 888 here. I feel like you're being called to share something. Open that. You said Aquamarine is your birthstone? Sorry. I just washed my hair the other day and I did the oils and all that good stuff, but the beanie is kind of making me itchy. I don't know, but I like it though. Nice little thrifty find. Anywho, the blue is significant because we have all this beautiful blue on these cards. We're dealing with the aquamarine, like you said. This is speaking from a beautiful place, from a deep place. It's giving ocean vibes. Really sharing. It's like being able to take what you're experiencing in the 5D, translate it, and bring it down to the 3D for other people to understand. You know what I'm saying? It's giving connected to the waters. I don't know. I'm just kind of picking up like Avatar vibes. You know, like the second Avatar movie, where there's that whole world under the ocean. We got to see another part of the world, you know? It feels like that. That's really pretty. Where do we want to take this? Let's see. Yeah, it's feeling like Spirit is wanting you to really step into like a teaching, sharing position. It feels like more so what's coming to mind is sharing value, like storytelling, things like that. Again, like trying to take some very abstract concepts and put them into terms that people can understand. I'm getting like a bungee jumping kind of visual where it's like you're up here, you come down here, you jump back up, and it's like you come and share and then you go back up. You know what I'm saying? And like being able to find a balance in that way of existing in both worlds. We have Venus and then Spirit in the reverse. My Spirit in the reverse though. Oh, through embodiment. Because you're taking something that's so ethereal, it feels like, I otherworldly. People don't understand, like, but people are wanting to understand. It's like on an ego level, they're not fucking with it because it's gonna cause ego death. And I think their ego can pick that up. You know what I'm saying? It said man eater just joined. Man eater, that's the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Specifically like the ego, you know, that type of man is what I'm talking about. Kali vibes, you know, and it's like they avoid you in a way because they know that you're like innately, they pick up that energy, but then their soul desires to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Because they desire that ego death and that rebirth moment. And so it's like you're starting to understand how to navigate this, like to bounce back and forth between worlds. And you only pop out really when you need to say something. Or like, you know, we have Saturn return popping out here. This green color. I don't know. Let me get one more with that. Part of fortune increase. There's something that you've been activated through what feels like these past 2 years if you've been going through your Saturn return. If you have Saturn in Pisces, but this isn't just limited to those people, but you may carry this energy too of freeing people from restrictions, you know, and the way that you free people is kind of like you're a tough love type of teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like you're someone that's like, okay, because maybe you have gone through your Saturn return, or you're about to, if you do have Saturn in Pisces, you're about to close out your Saturn return November 15th. Thank Lord. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. But it feels like because you understand that you kind of have to go through the fire, you have to adhere to Saturn's lessons to, like, you know, cultivate a certain level of wisdom or freedom, you know. You don't really try to save people from that anymore. It feels like before you might have tried to like bring people up with you, but rather than trying to bring people up with you because you realize that that is like a weight, you know what I'm saying? You're not able to bounce as high back up when you try to bring people with you. So instead you're trying to teach people how to jump. It feels like, I don't know, something like that. But it's like you kind of work with Saturn now. You've kind of integrated Saturn's principles, lessons, and you understand the power, the wisdom that comes with adhering to Saturn's rules, you know? And that does not mean that you adhere to the matrix. It's like, you know how to play the game now. And so you want people to experience this level of freedom with you and just play the game with you. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like some people don't realize that it's a game yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand Pisces popping out. Pisces understand it's a game. They don't even fucking like being here. Speaking from a Pisces myself. We don't even want to be here, you know, but since we are here, I don't want to say that, you know, that sounds like ungrateful, but it's like we realize that like we really exist somewhere else, and this is how we start to merge Saturn and Pisces. It's like understanding that there are some lessons that Saturn needed to teach us how to be in reality, how to play this damn game, because we are here. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're here. And so then Pisces brings people where the collective is going, where Pisces has been existing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Going towards a more spiritual, emotional, sensitive direction. And you're realizing that there was, again, I said, already there is value. And then there's sensitivity. You're realizing that your sensitivities was never the issue. It was your resistance, your rebellion to playing the game and trying to get people to understand your sensitivities and all of this. And so now it's like you're not trying to explain to people your sensitivities. You just don't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And if people want to come into your world, they're going to have to understand how the rules of your world work. You know what I'm saying? So yes, Pisces vibes. You are finally integrating the lessons of Saturn and Pisces, which is to understand the value of structure and boundaries, mainly boundaries, and how to come into this world, play the game, and then come out and unplug. And when you need to unplug and like kind of like go back to where you would rather be, you know, in meditation or by yourself, creating art, all the things, you know, listening to music, zone the fuck out, maybe on a little shroom trip, all the things, you know what I'm saying? Cuddled up with your one or two people that you like, you know what I'm saying? Like messing with tinctures, reading your books, you know, like so you have to have the structures in place so that when you come back, you know, your world isn't falling apart because you kind of like checked out and you were somewhere else for a second. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying, not only do you understand how to navigate that a little bit better, but it feels like other people are like, what are they doing over there? That looks kind of fun, rather than being stuck here where we're at. You know, like, how are they doing that? That's kind of like, and then you're going to be like, oh, so you want to learn how to bungee jump. That's basically, so you want to learn how to like exist between two realms. Let me teach you my ways, but not in a, you're giving Mr. Miyagi, you know what I'm saying? You're giving like, I got to teach you the fundamentals first, you know? And so then we have second house owning in the reverse. So I feel like through this authenticity, through sharing your transformation, through like, I feel like it's going to come like a storytelling or something like that, some kind of artistic expression, you know, but it is going to like require that you use your voice. It feels like you're starting to see that there was value in your sensitivity this whole time. Other people are starting to see that there was value in your sensitivity the whole time because they have not been sensitive. They had just been desensitizing themselves. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, oh, there's value in these concepts, you know, or these things that Pisces has been preaching, you know? So it feels like rather than trying to prove yourself, you're kind of moving out of that energy, or you've been moving out of that energy. And it's interesting because the minute that you stop acting like you have to explain your sensitivities or why you are the way you are or why you choose to be the way you choose to be, then people start to call you cold and not sensitive anymore. Like I said, you're giving like a Mr. Miyagi type of vibe, like I'm not understanding, or Pisces is so but to themselves now and da 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 da. And it's like, when I was trying to explain to you why things hurt my feelings, why things bothered me, maybe why I get overstimulated this way, you would just call me sensitive. So now I'm not going to explain anything to you. I'm just going to bring my energy somewhere else. And then they start to see like on their places, on their things, on their people flourishing around you. And it starts to make them question like, you know, maybe they don't actually go through this whole conscious process, but it's like they start to see that you kind of have this Midas touch thing going on. The things that you're touching are turning to gold. The people that you're around flourish. You know what I'm saying? The people that you're around become enlightened in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So you're stepping into your purpose, you know, by using your voice, by teaching, by redirecting your energy. You see how that flew out? A new romantic cycle begins. So there's new relationships coming into your life. And those other people that didn't appreciate your sensitivity, that didn't see value in it, you know, they're no longer in your life, you know, or you're creating space so that they're no longer in your life. A fiery climax approaches. This was in the reverse, this full moon in Aries. And then we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon, but then in the reverse. We saw first quarter moon somewhere. Oh no, my notification. Let me get one more. The answers you need are coming, and this is full moon in Gemini. I kind of want to get more information on that. I do see a win-win outcast or win-win forecast. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. And we have Libra again. So Again, something to do with relationships. I feel like Spirit is saying if there is any kind of conflict, tension that you're feeling, I don't know, feeling like put off by something, by somebody, I really feel like you're not in an energy of giving a fuck right now. So like, I think that you're releasing any loyalties that you had to people, places, things that, you know, normally you would fight for that. You know what I'm saying? You said, and not, period. Yeah, it's like, I feel like what you would normally, you're starting to, I don't even think that you go that much into thought about it, because I think this has been an ongoing kind of process over the course of the Saturn and Pisces kind of thing, like releasing things and setting up boundaries, the appropriate boundaries. But it feels like it doesn't feel like a fiery climax. I feel like before you would have fought for something, fought for a relationship, fought for friends, and it's so crazy because they will like turn that crazy side that you're showing on you, say that you're too sensitive or that you're doing too much or whatever. And it's like, no, this is me trying to ground into a relationship. I'm trying to show you that I give a fuck and that like I actually want to be in this with you. You know what I'm saying? But really you were just running around in circles. That's what it feels like, you know? And so I feel like you're putting the battle down. You're like, yes, you said, yep, and now they're begging for my attention. Absolutely. It's the small things too, liking your story, popping up here and there. And it's like, I was sitting in silence doing my makeup before I got on here. And I was just like speaking with Spirit, and I was like, whatever needs to come through, let it come through before I hop on the live, you know? And I wasn't picking up a whole lot, but I did randomly get this hit of like, I hate attention seeking behavior. And I was literally thinking about that, like while I was doing my makeup, and I was like, am I doing attention seeking behavior by like doing my makeup? And I was like, hell no, like this is a beauty routine. This is how I show myself that I care about myself. But the idea of attention seeking behavior popped into my head. And I was like, and I was just contemplating on that. And I was like, it's so easy to see when people have, that is such a icky energy. You can see it a mile away when people are doing attention seeking behavior. You know what I'm saying? When they, it's like have you ever, and I've done this myself in my younger days, so I know that it's attention seeking behavior, but like, have you ever like double sent the same text message and be like, oh, I didn't know if it sent? Something like that, something stupid like that, where it's like, why are we doing actually? Like, you know, people will do things like that, or like they'll like your stories and you guys haven't talked in a minute. It's like, be fucking for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it feels like Spirit is saying that there could be some communication coming in, or attempting to come in, maybe even like telepathically, you know, where you're picking up on people. They may actually just reach out because they want your attention again, or they're seeing you in a really good energy and they want some of that. And I feel like Spirit is saying you've found value in your sensitivities and in your insights, and you're manifesting something. Like I said, you kind of have like it feels like a Midas touch type of vibe. And so I would say keep the doors closed, you know, because it didn't feel like you were in that great of an energy previously, you know. And not only did these people not see you in a good, or they saw you in a not good energy, they took advantage of the fact that you weren't in a good energy. Or if they did notice that you were not in a good energy, they didn't try to straighten your crown. You know what I'm saying? They took advantage of the fact. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They're facing their judgment right now. That's what it is. So it's crossing all of this. You're on your path to your 10 of Pentacles, literally. You're following your little spark. That's why it's like, oh, you got your spark back. Okay, you getting dressed now. Okay, you want to create things. Okay, you want to go outside. You want to meet people. Maybe you're still kind of like tiptoeing on going outside part and meeting people, but it seems like you are going to be. But it's because you've I just heard like Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's a wrestler, right? But that I'm not getting wrestler vibes. It's like the coldness. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're not a cold person. You've just become cold to people that took advantage of you. You know, we have the star. We have healing. You're very much focused. You know what I'm saying? So there's something. The death card in reverse kind of flew out before all of this. They're having a hard time with this transition. And yeah, literally they're having a hard time with the transition because you're moving forward, the Chariot, and then Page of Swords in reverse, all they can do is watch from afar. They know that if they came to you, while you're in this energy, it's about to get shut the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Like immediately. And yeah, Ace of Pentacles, the potential is of the past, it feels like. Yeah. So you're extremely resilient. You've really embodied the archetype of the wounded healer, you know? And so that's why I feel like whether these people are conscious of it or not, I feel like even their spirit team is like, don't even go over there. Don't even do that. Don't even bring that to us and then rack up more karma that we got to work through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like spirit is like protecting your potential right now. It's like an aura of like, just don't fuck with her right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with them right now. Don't fuck with him right now. 8 of Cups, literally like, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're walking away. Leave them alone. You know, like, that's what it's giving. Like, just leave them alone. Yeah, the World in reverse, that's literally about repeating a cycle. Like, these people, they're having a hard time with the transition, but the transition is happening regardless, you know? At the end of the day, it's happening. We have the 8 of Cups and the World in reverse. It's like I feel like they have some energetic cords that you may pick up on. Again, we have like what's coming to mind is that, you know, attention-seeking behavior. And it's just a testament to what frequency they're existing on, you know? So we have 4 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Let me get one more. It's also a warning to you. I know that especially if you have prominent Pisces placements like we've been seeing in the chat, you know, you do have a big heart, you know, and I think that you can see you've done enough reflection to understand where there was a point of attraction, what type of trauma bond you were entertaining, you know. Again, you're a wounded healer archetype, so you have an understanding of the pain that other people go through because you've gone through it yourself. But again, you're kind of giving Mr. Miyagi stone cold, tough love type of vibes right now. And your heart, I'm hearing guard your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you understand does not mean that you have to put up with, you know. And these people need a little bit of tough love from afar, meaning that like I feel like your time with them is done. You know, it's not a thing of when they get better, how will they, you know, because you know what, you have to also trust that these people are capable of going through the same path that you went through in their own right, you know. But it feels like it's also a warning to you that if you give if you don't remain in your kind of like peaceful, restful energy right now, that you will be opening yourself up to another dynamic of lack of reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and basically opening yourself up to be drained in a way, you know? And so we want to keep things balanced, but we also want to prioritize our nervous system and not putting ourselves in situations or around people that give us like spikes in our nervous system. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're really doing is being able to tap into a level of like your spirituality and femininity, because you finally got yourself into at least a safe position to where you're not feeling like on edge, you know, by the energies around you, or that you have to like look over your shoulder, that people are sending you negative energy. You don't have to look at people's intentions. I mean, we're always going to look at people's intentions. We're always going to read between the lines, but you don't have to wonder if people have ulterior motives around you right now. So this is putting you in a place of rest, you know, and it's helping you to rework your nervous system, which is helping you to connect to deeper levels of yourself and your spirituality, because your body feels safe, you know. So that is what we're prioritizing, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. And this is like clarifying this Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles. You know, we want to rest. We want to be in our prayer. We want to be in our meditation. And we want to really understand the reason why we feel called to give to certain people and why we don't, and not ignore that. Because again, this is the people that we choose to interact with are bridges to the frequency that we choose to exist within. Okay. So we have Three of Wands in reverse. Again, people watching from the sidelines. It's like you finally got in the game. Again, going back to the game analogy. People watching from the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're actually in the arena. You're playing the game. You're manifesting. You're doing the things. You're trying to like bring your dream life to fruition, you know? What's the Seven of Swords? The Nine of Swords in reverse. Get one more. The Eight of Swords. Yeah. It's just, this message is just confirmation that there are outside influences. They're kind of going through it. It is related to you. You may be picking up on it. You may see some weird little, you know, shit here and there. Don't worry about it. Nine of Swords in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse. Don't let this block your mind or get you all up in your mind. Again, we're in Four of Swords energy. We are resting. We are connecting to our body. We're nurturing ourselves. We are, you know, we're playing the game. You know, we're coming and we're playing the game. We're doing our work. We're gathering our money. We're getting our resources together. We're manifesting the life that we want to live. And then once we unplug from playing the game, we're going back to our rest. You know what I'm saying? Our nourishment, feeding our souls, you know? And so this is how we maintain this Midas touch, by being in alignment. So yes, we have Queen of Cups here again, Pisces energy, you know what I'm saying? But this is also highly sensitive, highly empathic queen, you know, but specifically those spirits said queen that holds on to her good, juicy energy. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, holding on to her resources. That means her heart space. Her heart space is a resource. You know what I'm saying? Your heart space is what makes you magnetic. And this also, when you're around these people, again, when you choose to be around new people, it's like they flourish. You know what I'm saying? You have this juicy, beautiful love, you know what I'm saying, that just like is so nourishing for people. Yeah, and it's valuable. You're understanding how valuable your energy is at the end of the day, and Spirit is validating this through this reading. So continue moving forward. We have the Nine of Swords. You may hear, feel, see some things that are related to people of your past, and I feel like they're just like, this is not your battle to fight. This is ours to pick up from here. You know what I'm saying? So if this resonates, or if you'd like to go deeper, I do have personal readings on atouchofvenus.com, only on atouchofvenus.com, okay? Anybody else trying to reach out to you is not me. And yeah, I hope that you have a beautiful day and that you know, just continue playing the game, okay? Bye.